Hello and welcome to this episode of Achieving Halo. I'm your host Godzilla T, and we are doing the mission Gensis on Halo 5 Guardians. We have one skull and just 10 pieces of intel to show you. Then we got 3 achievements for you. The first one is going to be Rolling Thunder. Operate 4 separate vehicles on Mission 13, Heroic Difficulty. Next one is Tank Still Beats Everything. Finish the 13th mission without losing the Scorpion on Legendary. And the last one is Reclaimer, and that is for completing Mission 13. So we will be doing this one on Legendary. Get going here, and the first thing we're going to do is fall. A lot.
Is that it? Where are we? What the?
Activate mag boots.
Best piece of advice I can give you for this part is to jump and jump and jump and jump and jump.
You'll be fine.
You want to try not to walk because it will more than likely get you killed. Don't sprint while you're jumping. Just keep hitting that jump button and try to pick off these crawlers and stuff as you go.
Where it's safe to jump. Stay in the middle. Watch out for gaps.
On the soldiers, you want to at least get a shot on them to stun them. Or they
don't stop. Shoot and run.
Will shoot you in the back.
Like it's trying
But
to shake
try
us
to stay right down the middle.
All this way to get killed now. Move faster.
And we're almost to the end.
What's that sound?
There we go. Now we're all done with that part. It's amazing how far Spartans can fall and live. See, if this was Master Chief, he would have just plowed into the ground and been fine. So, you know, Locke's kind of weak. He uses his jetpack.
Right place?
Keep your eye on the upper left-hand corner. I'll be popping up the maps there.
Sierra 117. Please respond.
How the hell are you here?
Long story, sir.
Come over here
Cortana's
and meet
been activating
Exuberant
Forerunner.
Witness.
So this is the right place.
Hello.
That's a monitor.
I am 031 Exuberant Witness, monitor of the Gensis
I have to admit,
installation.
Exuberant is one of my favorite monitors
Also come
in
to
the
stop
Halo
Cortana from
universe,
claiming the mantle?
next to 343 Guilty Spark, because he's
A
just
forced
nuts.
peace upon the galaxy. The threat of death overpowering any celebration of life. Unless you join with the other humans and stop her, it is your future. Accessing your communication systems. Oh, by the way, there are a number of hostile visitors just outside. So I brought you this. I assume it will be of use to you?
And this is why she's my favorite, or one of my favorites. She brings me tanks.
I
All right,
found it among the
we're going to
detritus of
go
100
for
breaches
the
you
first
have
achievement
found
of our list, which is to operate 4 different vehicles on at least Heroic Difficulty. What I recommend is sending your AI up to the front if you're doing this solo. If not, have your friends come up here, take out that first ghost, and then have them jump in these 2 ghosts on the side.
Let's give him one.
And basically all you're trying to do with the tank is injure the elite in the ghost. And Buck's taking the long way around.
Go crazy. Move out.
It's kind of a juggling act to do this with the AI.
I'm leaving the ghost.
Vale decided she wanted to get out of her ghost and get in the other one. So we'll put Tanaka in that one. And wait for it. And there you go, Rolling Thunder. Less than 1% of Halo players have that achievement. Alright, coming up on our first piece of intel, which is right here by where these ghosts are parked. Pretty easy one to get to.
So I've been thinking, if this place is supposed to
Now the second part, or second achievement that we're going for here is Rolling Thunder. Or not Rolling Thunder, sorry. Tank Still Beats Everything. So you want to take care of the tank as best you can. Try to minimize the amount of damage that comes up, or that the tank takes. And if you have an instance where you take a lot of damage, immediately revert to last checkpoint. And that will not disable the achievement.
As you see, Genesis's defenses are targeting
We got a
invaders.
Wraith threat up here, then we got a couple of
Defenses
ghosts
will
and some
consider you
infantry,
invaders as well.
and also
Your
let Phaeton.
installation. Can't you tell them to let us through?
No. Between Warden and Cortana, most of my administration privileges have been revoked. But worry not. I still have control.
But watch the
of some
spawns
aspects of
for
this facility.
turrets. Try to take those out as soon as possible, and then the soldiers with the splinter turrets, because they will tear your stuff up.
Enemy ghost is firing. Taking front fire.
Alright, there will be
Warden is going to
a
notice this
total of 3
commotion.
ghosts
Be
down
quick.
here. 2 of them are regular ghosts, one of them's an ultra. But we're going to take care of this Phaeton first. And I went ahead and let my AI go down there to try to take care of this grunt down here that's got a fuel rod cannon. Sounds like Vale just found him. Now Buck found him. And Tanaka found him. There we go. Luckily the Phaeton took care of that grunt before I got down there. But good place to hide is right behind here. Behind this rock. None of the enemies
Genesis
spawning
is
in can
really
get
a
to you.
magnificent planet.
And of course
It's
I perked on a
usually
piece of
less
Wraith.
busy. Quite lonely, actually, but magnificent. You're performing admirably, I think. There's less of them now than there were, which I assume is your
They're not
objective.
this hard to take care of. I actually should have reverted to checkpoint right here,
Your
but I
vehicle is
didn't.
not coping well with the stress of combat.
So I picked up a bad checkpoint. Now we'll sneak around and take care of this turret. And if you back up here, kind of hide behind these 2 rocks, you can take care of this knight here. Careful, he does have an incineration cannon. But you can kind of duck back and forth behind that rock and let it take the brunt of the explosion. And then kind of hang back and take care of all the rest of the enemies. Because we want to clear this area out because we have special weapons to find and intel. First special weapon we're going to go after is the Light of Urs fuel rod cannon.
On it.
I must admit, I do find this rather exhilarating, in spite of myself.
Take care of these crawlers. They can be hard to see.
Looks like the
All
road
right.
ends here.
Get all of our
One moment,
teammates up
I will
here.
open this. You wish
Your
to
next
take
piece
on
of
an
intel
army,
is
nothing but that
right up
combat
here as
skill?
you enter.
How
Off to the
reckless.
left, you will find the piece of intel and the Light of Urs. There's your piece of intel. And here's our fuel rod cannon.
I knew it! Kid Pitlin has always been down for
Okay, that is your second piece of intel. Now we'll go for a third. Just come around this rock face here and climb up on this cliff edge here. And there's our third piece of intel. Yeah, we'll come down here and get back in our tank. I was going to come over here and tell one of them to get into that ghost, but Tanaka took initiative and jumped right in. And as you can see, I'm an expert tank driver. Not. But right through here,
At location.
there is a wraith off to the right.
The gateway's
I would
almost
recommend you
ready.
put somebody in that.
Hurry.
What is the gateway?
And when you
It
come
is a
around this
bridge
corner, there's
between
going to be a
Domain and
ghost and a
Genesis.
banshee.
Within that building, Cortana will be reborn into the physical world.
Use your teammates for bait.
There, the gateway.
And the Master Chief is there.
Cortana has had the other humans wandering in circles within the gateway facility for some hours. She is preparing
There's
for
the
something,
ghost.
but just what is unknown.
And here comes the banshee.
Banshee inbound. Let's bring down that Banshee. More Covenant.
There you go. Now
Humanity
pop
has
over
not
this hill.
changed much since last
There's going to
you
be two
walked
more
the
wraiths.
stalks.
You want to
are
make
as
sure you
deadly
take care of
as ever.
them, as well as this turret. Watch out for the exploding banshees. But poke your nose right over this hill and take a shot, back up.
Watch that rate.
And here comes the second one.
That rate is in trouble.
Yes, I can see now why the warden is troubled.
All
by
right,
your
now we'll go for our
presence.
fourth piece
You're
of intel,
quite
which is right here by this crashed Pelican. If you are playing with others, there's rocket launcher here, and weapons. To get to the piece of intel, basically just need to climb up on top of the Pelican. And then right over here on this rock, intel piece number 4. And it looks like Buck's down there getting our wraith hijacked, so I'll have to kill another wraith. Okay, move ahead forward slowly. Watch out for these jackals off on the right. And there's that fuel rod grunt up there in the front.
Hang on, boys. We're coming for
And I have a
you.
couple of knights spawn in and a turret.
Turret fire. This'll hold
We'll need to
fire.
clear out this area again because we've got
Watch it. Knight there.
more intel to find.
Get me in close.
All right. After you clear the area, come up over here and you'll find your 5th piece of intel. There's also a sniper rifle, carbine, and a fuel rod cannon over here. There's intel piece number 5. Now we'll go for our second legendary weapon, which lays right over here on the ground, on this rock here. Come on, there you go.
You may want to hurry. Cortana is
And
attempting
there is
to
one
activate several
Spitfire.
high-level communication systems.
How much time do we have?
And my battle
little.
rifle disappeared.
Not enough.
Well, thanks,
Almost none, in fact.
So I'll just come back up here and grab this other fuel rod cannon. We do have 2 wardens to deal with at the end of the mission, but I'll show you how to take care of those. So you might want to hang on to the heavy weapons as much as possible.
Let's get hunting.
Now we'll come up here and we'll trigger the next spawn, which will have a battle wagon knight spawn up here on this bridge.
location.
Gotta deal with this first.
Got it.
On it.
Keep those targets coming.
Now what you can do is come up here on this bridge and you can snipe with the tank. Got some jackals, wraith, a phaeton that will come around the corner here in a moment, and some knights.
Phaeton inbound.
Roger.
Looks like the phaeton took out Buck.
Gonna finish that Phaeton. Scorpion targeted.
Clear out these knights.
Jackal smoking around.
Oh, and there's also a ghost floating around down here. He hides just in front of where I am, behind these rocks. And as you come around the corner, he'll come around and say hello.
We're steady.
So be ready for him. There he is.
Inbound.
Say hello. Okay, going for our 6th piece of intel,
Going on foot. Not seeing any threats.
which is right up here. I do recommend that you spawn these enemies in and kill them first before you decide to come up here and get this piece of intel, because I almost died. Alright, now you just peek around the corner and shoot stuff. Got some more knights here. Have a turret to take care of. And if you're lucky, the knights will take care of the jackals and such that spawn in.
Keep her steady.
Yeah, it looks like the jackals took care of the turret for me, so I don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to sneak ahead a little bit before we get our next piece of intel. The intel's pretty well tightly packed on this mission. It's a pretty short mission. Come up here and kill this last wraith.
Enemy wraith. Losing patience with that wraith.
And Vale can't seem to get out of my way, so I'm just going to push her around.
That cubby's hurt.
Alright, next piece of intel is right up over here on these rocks. And there's a weapon cache here if you want. Got myself turned around. It's not there, stupid. Over there. No, over there. But right up here
This way,
on
straight
top of this rock, right above where the wraith is. Also a Spartan laser here. So plenty of heavy weapons.
Gulas reporting in. So far,
Now this next part, what I recommend you do is bring the tank down. And you want to go just far enough across the bridge to spawn in the next batch of enemies. Because you don't want to be up close and personal with a warden with a tank that's on fire.
aggressive when they're confused.
So, how many years did it take to build treads this uncomfortable?
I don't know how long we can hold on.
Oh, there's supposed to be a bridge here.
Is there another way across?
One moment.
And as soon as we clear everything out of this area directly in front of us, we will get our achievement for Tank Beats Everything. Wait
There
for
you
Exuberant
are.
to turn on the bridge.
I can work
Go about
bridges
halfway
too, that's
across and
what's
it
most
starts to spawn
exciting.
in.
Come along.
Apparently Vale doesn't know how to go around the tank.
Get it done, Lock.
And basically I'm just sending them up there for
Hurry,
distraction.
humans. The gateway is
As soon as I start to see spawns coming in, we'll go after these
I have
turrets
bad news,
first.
humans. The warden has found us,
We dealt with him before.
and you likely will again. He is rather tenacious. Warden, why do you help the Ancilla? It is not protocol. It is not right.
The facilities need
It's like 3 or 4 direct hits will kill him.
The reclamation has begun. Cortana will bring a new dawn to the...
There we go. Tank still beats everything. Less than 5% of Halo players have this achievement.
So happy you survived.
So you'll be one of the
Still,
few.
the Warden is victorious.
How so?
This late in her plans, every second Cortana gains is
Okay,
engaged.
now we're going after our next piece of intel, which is on the other set of rocks, not this set.
Heading up.
Other set. Other set. Yeah, that way. That way. There we go.
On my
But just climb up
I
here.
never knew any warrior servants. Only builders and life workers. This is most exciting.
And there is intel number 8. We have one more legendary weapon. And we're not done with the tank yet. Even though we still have... We got the achievement, we can still take it further, even though they say they can't, you can't.
I'm afraid your vehicle won't cross this terrain, humans.
Sure, exuberant.
Quickly,
You don't know how to
the
drive a
gateway's
tank.
just behind that hill.
And apparently I don't either. Oh. But basically just get your left treads up there on those rocks. And you can kind of two-tread it through the gap. Once you get up here,
Interesting that humans
just
can
kind of
survive
center
here where the others
yourself
find
on
it so
that
difficult.
barricade
Your
and you
resilience was
can
always
just
so
pretty
irritating
much
to the
drive
Forerunners.
right over it.
Where they had to craft and plan, you simply
Now we'll get our ninth piece of
performed.
intel and the one skull for this level. Ninth piece of intel is right up here where you get another sniper rifle.
Must have been caught up in the Guardian slip space bubbles when Cortana...
So there's plenty of heavy weaponry on this level.
Intriguing how
So you should have no
even
problems
the
with
propensity for dealing death,
taking care of
seeing
Warden.
mankind dead is still emotional for
Okay, next. Your skull is actually to my right on top of that rock formation. Straight in front of me. Just run, jump, and you want to clamber up there. Kind of aim for the point. But aim for that point that's sticking up just to the left of my reticle. You can climb right up. Down here to the end. And there is the skull. Okay, just the one skull this mission. Now, we can continue on. You can just drive on the right side of this next barricade. Plenty of room.
117. If you can hear me, we are approaching the gateway.
And what I recommend is bring the tank up here and get some shots on the wardens.
Indeed. But
Wardens,
I can assure you
because
that
there's
the
going to be
humans are
2 of
still in
them.
the gateway.
And they tend to want to hide on the right and the left of the structure, up on the ramps.
I have mistaken your behavior as tenacity, when it is in fact suicidal foolishness. You have fought a worthy battle, Spartans. But your fight is done.
But usually you can
Snipers in the back.
at least kill one of the wardens with the tank before the other one really just starts to hide where you can't get to him.
You've injured him for certain. Keep it up.
This'll hold them off.
Watch for the knights and the soldiers with the
You are doing a fantastic
splinter
job, humans.
turrets.
The
There's
Warden
one
is
that spawns
furious.
directly in front of you. Unfortunately, I'm too focused on the warden to see him, and he's going to take me out.
Treads are taking fire.
One down. Focus fire on the Warden.
Humans,
I got him,
watch
but he
out.
blew me up.
You're surrounded.
Well, what did we do before we had her around to point things out to us?
One down. Focus fire on the Warden.
Fire in the gutter seat.
Humans,
So that
watch
tank's
out.
pretty much
You're
dead, so
surrounded.
I'm going to go ahead and
What
get
did we do
out.
before we had her around to point things out to us?
His armor's breaking apart. Stay on him.
Move up.
Copy. No
At location.
I'm down. Need help.
It's okay, Locke. Heavy damage. I'm
I'm
down.
up. Thanks.
Copy.
Oh, Cyrus, get that Spartan some help.
Take it off, Mayo.
You're up, Spock.
I'm in rough shape over here. Steady and ready. Thanks.
Knight's moving in.
Losing armor. Hit those cores.
Enemy's getting close. Copy that, Locke. Enemies.
As you can see, I'm an expert when it comes to fuel rod
Gonna
cannons.
crash UNSC Pelican.
And our last legendary
Got caught up
weapon
in the Guardian's
is right
space
here.
bubble.
Grab ammo if you need it.
One
Keep moving.
answer. And 2 answers. There you go. So like I said, you can do it with the tank or you can do it with the answer. There's also a railgun here. But seeing I've already got one awarding down, I don't really need the railgun. Just hang back
Your
and
fighting
pummel him with
skills
the
are
answer, and
impressive. Warden will soon be defeated. At
He
least
dies.
His buddies will be defeated. Warden himself. Oh,
full health
ignore
warden.
me.
It takes about 2
You're
clips.
Doing wonderfully.
I
You've
got
almost done it.
1 or 2
Keep
tank
fighting.
shots on this one, so he's kind of weak.
Curse this hall!
Okay, the only thing left is the last piece of intel.
Perfect.
As you come
The
out
warden
in
is
here,
quite
go off to the
humiliated,
left,
I assure you.
Yeah?
climb up this
A
ramp
robot
here,
can feel humiliation?
Oh, Warden is not a robot.
and then
I thought
you
you
climb
understood
up
that.
this ramp here, and it's hidden off to the off in the corner to the right.
Follow me.
And there you go. There's intel number 10. And to finish up, all we need to do is go right up here by Exuberant, and that is the end of the level. You have now completed Genesis. Day I recorded this, Xbox Live was having a little issue, so we don't get to see all my stats for the mission. And there's our achievement for completing Genesis Reclamation, complete mission 13. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please give us a like. And if you enjoy our content, please subscribe. We'll catch you again on the next episode of Achieving Halo. Till then.